Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Controversy so early. So early. It's too early for controversy. Don't mind my deaf kitty and my kids' cartoons in the background. You know how my morning vlogs are. If you don't, then now you do. Um, how do I start this? I'm gonna drink some coffee. Hey. I think that makes my melasma look a little bit better. What do you think? I don't freaking know. So there's been some topics that I've wanted to talk about on my channel. But due to well, due to um the society of just being butthurt and how do you say? We live in a society that's like eternally butthurt. It's like so annoying. Like you can't really say anything like ever without like a handful of people being like, "That's offensive," you know. And so it's kind of like you really got to watch out what you talk about, right? And I don't want to offend anybody. I mean, I'm being honest. I really, really, genuinely don't. Um, but sometimes I have to speak on shit because you know what? There's been things that's happened to me. There's been things that's happened to people that I love. There's been things that happen to friends, family members, etc. I can go on all day long, and I need to speak on it. Um, as you know, I'm an '80s baby. Okay, I'm a '90s child. Friggin', I grew up when hip hop was something to talk about. I'm not really into the rap scene and nowadays. I have got a couple of people that I can listen to genuinely. But today's music is not anything in comparison to what it was, especially when you're talking about the hip hop and rap genre. What it was in the 80s and the 90s. It's just it ain't. It just ain't. I'm sorry if you like it. I'm not trying to be a bitch. I'm just telling you my opinion. We're all allowed opinions, right? Um, I posted KRS One. I posted. I was watching a vlog. I was watching Sam's vlog about the Popo in her town, and I was just like, it triggered something in me because reason being, I have had personal experiences with police that I'm not going to get into because I choose not to share that on here. Although it's my best stories ever. Not only when I lived in California, but where I live now. I've had personal situations with police that have made me go, that have made me weary and, in all honesty, not trust them for sure. Like, and I'm being totally honest with you, and I'm not trying to offend you. If you know somebody that's a cop, if you have a family member that's a cop, if you are a cop, then you probably know what I'm talking about, don't you? Um, but what I can share are some things that other people have told me, former cops, freaking people that have dealt with cops, have their own stories, etc., etc., etc. I can go on and on. Um, that I'll share because I don't want to share my own shit. I don't want that on here. Like I don't want trolls. Like I just don't want it on here. I don't want it on here. Um, and this is probably gonna piss a lot of people off, and that's okay. Coupon and prep. I am doing great. How are you? Um, and my intention isn't here to just say, every single cop's a POS and like they're all freaking. I mean, granted, probably in every police station there's maybe like one or two good ones, but when you figure that they got to turn the cheek when they see bad shit happening in order to keep their job, I mean, I'm just being real. That's still just as bad as doing the act, in my opinion. Sorry, good cop. Sorry, that's really pissed. This is gonna piss a lot of people off, and I already know it. Well, just to give you a little bit of background, to give you an idea what kind of person I was before I got sober. In college, I took a 300 question test to discover what I should do for a living, and one was radio DJ, spot on. Two was lawyer, and I'm really all about justice, right? Hey, cat, dude, don't knock over all my things, man. Look at this cat. I'm just so tired, y'all. Number 3 was cop. This is back in the day, though. I was 18. I'm 35 now. He's gonna knock all that shit over. All right. So, and I'm not trying to put any disrespect out there. That's a hard job. Let's be real. It's honestly day in, day out, seeing these crackheads, seeing people getting beat on, blah, 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 blah. But it takes a strong kind of person, right, to do that job correctly, as it should be done. You guys, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but my husband... Sure. I can't speak on that, Cher. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say some shit that's really bad and not good and probably not beneficial to your situation. If I spoke on that, oh, you don't want me to speak on that, Cher. I can't speak on that, honey. I'm so sorry. That's what I can say. Get out of toxic situation. I've been telling you this ever since I've known you. I know you don't have money. Get some credit card. Pull out all the monies in the bank, girl. No, I'm for real. For real. Take out all the monies that you have. You all have saved. Get the... I'm sure you have friends that'll post you up. You don't need to stay with no man that's not going to treat you right. Period. Anyways. Oh, that's just... Ew. Is your husband a cop? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not kidding, really. Is your husband a cop? Okay, let's get into the co-op situation, shall we? The reason why I am not fond of them, and I'm not giving you all the reasons, I'm only going to give you a handful. 35 years married. Don't drink, girl. Don't pick up the bottle. Whatever you do, don't drink. That's going to make things way worse. Right now, you need to be clear-headed. She's done with her crackers. She wants more, I have a feeling. Hi, country mom. Yes, I'm great. Thank you. She's leaning up against me while she drinks her baba. Well, her sippy. It's like sippy cup, but we call it baba still. I love you, Cher. And honestly, you don't deserve that. So, get out of there, girl. Run and do not look back. Anyway, okay, back to the Popo situation, okay? My sister knew a girl, 12 years old. They were in middle school. And she was boinking a 35-year-old cop. That's just one instance. Okay. Another instance. I'm going to keep going with this, y'all. I'm going to keep going with it until I end my vlog. Remember, no poo-poo. You got to go poo-poo in a potty. Winona. No poo-poo. You gotta go poo-poo in the potty, okay? Do you need to go poo-poo? Sorry. Sorry, Sherry. I know. I told her to leave. But I can't speak on that. I'll be too mean. Cher, don't drink. Dude, just don't drink. That's all I gotta say. Because that's gonna make things way worse. It'll numb it temporarily. What you need to do is put all the monies in the bank. I'm being real. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Take out all your money. For real. You guys got a joint account, right? Take it all out. Drain that shit. And go to a friend's house. Don't tell him where you're at. Block him. Call a lawyer. And I'm sorry, you have to. I see my whole thing is I'm the kind of person I don't put up with shit. I don't put up with anything. I'm very black and white. If I told you half the, I'm not even gonna get into that. I don't tolerate stuff, and infidelity is one. Physical abuse and infidelity are the two things that I cannot. You can do anything else, just those two things. No. Back to the popo and why I don't like him. And again, I'm going to reiterate, not every single cop is a bad cop. But the good ones have to turn their cheek when they see some shady shit go down. And in my opinion, I'm sorry if you don't agree, that makes them just as bad. Okay? No, they're not beating the shit out of the person. No, they're not killing the person. No, they're not planting drugs. No, they're not planting guns. No, they're not, you know what I mean? But they're still turning their cheek. They can't speak on their fellow officers. That's just as bad. You might as well be doing those things, in my opinion. That's my opinion. I'm allowed to have it. But, and again, I'm not sharing my experiences. I'm sharing other people's experiences because I do not want my tea out there for you trolls to sip. Let's have that clear. Because my experiences will honestly make you guys all be like, fuck the police. Like that you would be like, okay. But I'm still not going to share those experiences. Sorry I said the F word again. I keep cursing. I can't help myself. I'm sorry. She's busy watching her show. She's not even paying attention to what I'm doing. Okay. So then there was the 12-year-old effing the 35-year-old cop, my sister's friend. I knew about it, and I was like, you know, and my sister's like, please don't tell anybody. And I'm like, okay, which was my bad. I should have told somebody, but I did not. I'm like, what, honey? Here, baby. What's going on with your thing, huh? You don't want that no more? You want your yucky show? That means your slime shows. Well, then go find your yucky shows. Okay, so that was the first instance where I was like, oh my gosh, I don't trust these popo. And then the second instance, but you can chalk that up to being one individual, right? Oh, that's one person cop. I mean, I was a kid, so I was like, you know, when my sister, like, I was 15 when I found that out. And I got confirmation of it too, by the way. I'm not going to say how or what, but I got confirmation of a 35-year-old police officer having relations with a 12-year-old. I have got confirmation of that. I was 15. I was scared. I didn't know what to say. When you're a child, you're not like, you know, justice seeker. Let me go. You know, it's not. I just didn't want anything like to happen. I was scared, to be honest with you. Okay. Next situation. I actually have done illicit. I can't say that. I can't say that. Let's see. How are we gonna put this? Let me go on a different topic and then continue with that one. I have a friend that wanted to be a California cop. and he was in training, and well, it was a friend of a friend, let's put it that way. He was in training, and the cop was explaining about what this blank gun was for. It was for planning guns on people. Like, you say, if you happen to shoot somebody that didn't have a gun and they need to have a gun, that's where this he showed him where the dirty guns were in the trunk. And shortly thereafter, that friend bowed out and decided not to become an officer because he could not pull that. He couldn't do it. He could not do that. Just, it was not in his makeup. That's story number two. I'm not pulling this stuff out of my arse. These are serious stories that I'm telling you about because I don't want you to be ignorant. Actually, I kind of wish I was still ignorant. Like, I wish I was, because when I used to trust cops, life was so much easier. And I do believe ignorance is bliss. I really, really do. So if you don't like what I'm saying, like, click off because you're gonna hear a lot of crazy shit, and it's all true. I have seen police officers. Um, you're silly. I have seen officers do illicit drugs, such as cocaine and methamphetamine. I have watched it with my own eyes. I've known that. I've seen them. I've literally, like, they were at the club and they were like doing that, and I was like, what? You guys are cops though. Like, what? You know? Like, but I didn't say that. I was just like, oh, ha, 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 ha. You know what I mean? Like, like, this is, again, these are, like, I'm not even making this up. Be nice. That's three stories. My husband, um, he was getting harassed. We've been harassed in our town. I'm gonna say it. We've been harassed in our town because we dropped a dime on somebody that obviously the cops love. I don't freaking know. They have connections. I don't freaking know. And we are being harassed. Bold statement, isn't it? But it's the truth. I'm not going to get into detail. I'm not going to, you know. My husband, he was at the VA. This is a couple years ago. And they have the VA has their own police station, right? And he was in the shop. There's like a shop where you get like deeply discounted stuff and you don't pay taxes on it or whatever. And he was at that shop. And my husband, we got money, right? We don't need to steal or anything like that. Freaking, and the cameras, I guess, showed like he was looking at this cologne, or he was looking at sunglasses. And then he put it back on his head and blah, blah, blah. But they were his sunglasses, though. Like, he took his off, like, put the other ones on, and then was like, oh, these are ugly, and then took it off and put on his own on, right? He was stopped by police officers. He was held in a room, interrogated, treated like, and this is a former combat veteran, mind you. And these are just good old boy police officers coming for my man, treating him like shit. They overviewed the footage and seen that he did not take no sunglasses. And my husband was like, all I want is the apology from that cop because he was really, really rude, and he wouldn't do it. He didn't get no apology. He got an apology from his boss, which that's not good enough. You do not treat your military like that. I don't care. Cops are very, very scared of prior military. Unless they are prior military, they're so. I personally, this is my personal view, I think all police should be prior military. Preferably combat veterans, because you know what, they're not going to be trigger happy. They're going to be very cool under really crazy instances and circumstances because they're used to it. I think grabbing an average Joe, giving him a badge and a gun, isn't necessarily what we should be doing. That is my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. And if it offends you, I'm sorry. I have other instances where I could share. I have like 3 or 4 of my own personal stuff, but I'm not going to go there because I don't want it used against me. You know how trolls are. They'll use it against me, and I just don't feel like having my my personal stuff on here. That heavy personal stuff on here. That's my choice. So there are reasons why I do not like them. There are reasons why I do not trust them. You make up your own mind. You make up your own decisions. If you have a loved one that's in the force, honestly, just know that, they're probably doing some shady shit and they're probably not going to tell you about it. That goes against the code. If they're one of the good ones that turn their cheek, hey, if they can live with themselves like that, more power to them. But I'm just saying, it's shady, dude. Be careful. Don't always trust everybody, dude. And that's all I gotta say about that. Come for me now, all of you. I don't care. I have my reasons. I have my legit, honestly, good reasons. I do. I don't trust them as far as I could throw them. I don't. And like I said, I have like 3 or 4 of my own personal experiences that I will not put on here because you guys don't need to know that. But the ones that I shared should be enough for you to be like, oh dang, like that's some shady. I'm gonna play you. Well, I'm gonna wake up first, okay? And then I'll play you. Where are my glasses? And Cher, I didn't mean to interrupt or ignore your situation. I don't even think you're still in here. Frick. I had a topic that I had to speak on. Being it controversial or what have you, like I really don't care anymore because you know what? People need to know this stuff. Like, I don't know. I feel it's important. I guess I don't have glasses anymore. Right on. That's cool. I'm glad. So I can't see what you're saying anyway, so. I guess that's my cue, huh? Why the hell are my glasses way the... Oh my god. Where's that freaking cat, man? Okay. Oh, sorry. And I'm not here to talk shit to anybody that like knows someone in law enforcement or is in law enforcement. Thanks everyone. Share, listen to Nikki. Computer retracted her message. Oh my. Baby, we just woke up. I'm not playing with you right this very second. I'm sorry, sweetie. I gotta play her. She goes. She doesn't say. She doesn't say. Will you play with me? She says, play me. She's so freaking cute. But I'm going off of, and this is from different states too. Like this isn't just all in California. My experiences. They're in the state that I'm in living in now. This isn't just, oh, that was a corrupt department. No. They're all like that. Do your research. Watch. If you actually dig deep and do your research, you will find a lot of crazy stuff. If you don't want to know about it, then just be happy being just ignorant. Just be happy not knowing. I honestly wish I didn't know this. Like, to be real with you, I honestly wish that I knew peace officers were not. Like, that'd be cool. Like, I'd feel safe, but they're not. So, take away what you want to take away from this. I'm not trying to offend anybody. Again, I apologize if you are offended. That is not my intent. I just had to speak on some stuff that means a lot to me, and that's important to me. So, with that being said, I'm going to go play with my baby girl. Well, actually, no, I'm going to eat something and then play with her. She needs chaw. We don't need to play like the very second she wakes up. But I gotta get going. So, love you, kisses, hugs, be good.